Female protagonists are part of a growing trend in video games as developers look to branch away from the burly macho men of yesteryear. In this video, I will show you some best video games with female protagonists. So without any further ado, let's start this video. The first game of this video is Dishonored 2. The players are sent to the vibrant, gorgeous seaside city of Karnaca 15 years after the events of the fantastic Dishonored. Emily Kaldwin is being deposed from her rightful throne once more, but this time she's a playable character who can exact revenge and justice on her own terms. And, yeah, you're going to love her adventure. The level design is so good that each mission has its own set of features and challenges that require you to adjust your playstyle to the circumstances. Next up we have Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. There is no other way to describe Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice than a masterpiece. It can be misread, just like a work of art, by those who want only dynamic, linear plotlines with everything revealed to them. Those looking for an extraordinary gaming experience, on the other hand, can delve into Senua's traumatized mind's vivid, dark reality. You won't discover any maps or other information that can help you achieve your goals. Next up we have Horizon Zero Dawn. Look no further if you enjoy action adventures set in open worlds. Horizon Zero Dawn immerses players in a captivating world overrun by robots, in which mankind is relegated to the Stone Age. Aloy, a brave hunter and outcast from her tribe, is determined to unraveling the mystery of hostile animal-like robots and how they are linked to the opposing tribe. All elements, from the setting and plot to gameplay, seem familiar, but each of them executed so beautifully, you stop analyzing it and just enjoy fluid, dynamic combat, collecting particles for weapon updates and side quests. And there's plenty to enjoy in this used to be PlayStation exclusive. Next up we have Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Here, we're attempting to select less apparent possibilities. But a list of the top games with female protagonists would be incomplete without one and only Lara Croft. The world saw a new version of the Tomb Raider adventures 8 years ago. Even in 2021, people who are only now discovering the trilogy are taken aback. It's no surprise, given that the original game had over 100,000 favorable Steam reviews. The gameplay pleases with its diversity, as you'll get the chance to shoot, stealth, parkour, solve puzzles, and, of course, explore tombs. Next up we have Celeste. The narrative of a young Madeline is told in this indie platformer. Overwhelmed by her mental health issues, she sets out to conquer Celeste Mountain in the hopes of quieting her inner demons. It uses superb gameplay and characters that develop their appeal via well-written dialogues to address the theme of sadness in a non-preachy way. The level design is so brilliant that it doesn't require an army of minions or difficult controls to be enjoyable. Next up we have Assassin's Creed Valhalla. For almost a decade, the Assassin's Creed game series has been the pinnacle of action-adventure, and Assassin's Creed Valhalla is no exception. You could cry, wait, the main character is a male. Because Ubisoft indicated that both genders are considered canon, the main character may technically be either male, Ivor, or female, Layla. As a result, we've decided on a terrifying, fierce Norse woman warrior. Assassin's Creed Valhalla's open world surprises its players with absolutely stunning visuals, whether you find yourself gazing at northern lights, Nordic sceneries, or English castles. Next up we have Control. Control is another example of Remedy Entertainment's ambition to create visually stunning mystery action games. Jesse Faden, the protagonist, arrives to the Federal Bureau of Control, where strange things begin to happen right away. The game features an eerie atmosphere and a perplexing tale that, like Christopher Nolan's film, reveals its secrets to those who pay attention. The gameplay of Control can also be referred to as extraordinary. It presents mind-blowing psychic combat abilities, such as throwing objects at enemies as well as just throwing your enemies. Next up we have The Medium. We haven't had a terrific psychological horror in a long time. Because The Medium does not rely on cheap jump scares to provide a thrill, the prayers have been answered. Instead, it provides a bleak plot, tension, and an awful atmosphere. And every part of The Medium contributes to this mood, from the sounds to the soundtrack, which was co-composed by Arkadiusz Ryakowski and Akira Yamaoka, to the voice acting. Next up we have Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Nathan Drake and Victor Goddam Sullivan are the central characters in the Uncharted series. Each of the 4 primary games has a white guy named Drake teaming up with an older white man named Sully to face hordes of their fellow men. While Drake isn't too macho, the debut of Lost Legacy is a game that allows players to fully embody fan-favorite supporting character Chloe was a pleasant one. The last game of this video is The Last of Us Part 2. Whereas the original Last of Us game was essentially about Joel coming to grips with the death of his daughter and learning to love again, the sequel focuses on Ellie's efforts to embrace the harsh truth of the new world. However, she isn't the only powerful female heroine in the game. Players also get to spend time in the shoes of Abby, the game's major antagonist. Some of the game's events were controversial, and Abby was not a very popular character. So that's the list of 10 best games with female protagonists. If you enjoy this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel Games Puff, and press the bell icon for more gaming videos.